Eubanks Jr. versus Ben 2. Post-fight thoughts. Let's go.
Push the weight in no flex. Alive is more than the six. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I want to let the dust settle, let it rest for a while so I can give you my post-fight thoughts in reference to this rivalry. Wow. First and foremost, this rivalry lived up to the hype. I'm going to remind y'all again where I stood in reference to this rivalry. I didn't believe it. I didn't believe in it, I'll say. I didn't believe in it. If you remember, Eubanks was in a whole different weight class, and then Ben starts, deadlifting 500 pounds and getting all this muscle. And I'm like, well, I don't want to put that on him, but, I wonder where that's coming from. And then it happened. He popped dirty. He was suspended. He had to come over. It's funny how fighters get suspended, but they can always find work in the United States. It's just weird, right? So he finds work in the U.S. He's fighting in the state of Florida. Things happen. Bing, bing, bing. Gets his license back. These guys have a fight. I wasn't really stoked about it, but I watched it. I'm talking about the first fight. I watched it, and I was impressed. There was a lot of drama leading up to it, and Eubanks and his dad, Senior, they were at odds, and next thing you know, he shows up. I'm like, oh man, what's this? And then you just kind of felt it in the atmosphere, and I said, you know what? Suddenly, I'm interested in this fight, and if I'm interested in it, it's a British face-off, so I know they were feeling it over there. And I said, you know what? Let me just enjoy the atmosphere. Let's just see. Bell rings, and I'm still talking about the first fight. And Conor was trying to take Chris' head off, but Chris remained focused, and he outboxed him. He ran into some trouble, a couple of times, but whatever trouble he received, he put it out. Ben had some trouble too. So they fought, and Eubanks got the nod in the first fight. Now, it's always difficult for a rematch to live up to the first. Let me remind y'all, Jose Luis Castillo versus Diego Chico Corrales, rest in peace to him. If you remember, the first fight was a classic. Corrales was everything but done. And then somehow, some way, he got knocked down 2 times, and whatever the round ended, he got knocked down in 2 rounds, 2 times in 1 round, and he had a point deducted for spitting out the mouthpiece again. And somehow, that's the same round he ended up stopping Castillo in. I mean, that was, if you never saw that fight, the first fight, it was great. The second fight, it was a wash, but Castillo didn't make weight. Corrales went ahead and, he made the fight, and he got stopped. I think it was round 1 or 2, I forget, but it didn't live up. The rematch didn't live up to the first. I mean, a lot of y'all will say, "Oh, well, he was only off by half a pound or whatever." No, that's y'all really don't know what you're talking about. One fighter sacrificing eating what they normally eat. They're sacrificing sleep. They're putting their body through a rigorous training to make weight. And when one fighter comes in a pound over, a half a pound over, usually it means that they're not paying the same price. And they're hoping that the fighter that they're matching up against just says, okay, you know what, let's just make the fight. It's only a pound. Well, it's not the pound. One fighter was putting in the work and making a sacrifice all camp long, and the other fighter didn't put in as much of a sacrifice. Castillo just wanted that win back. That's all. And he got what he asked for. And when they asked for a third fight, Corrales said, why? The guy's not going to make weight. He's not going to make weight. Why? He ruined it. For what? And he wasn't scared of him. He already beat him before. But it was like, why? I'm not going to put myself through this rigorous training for this guy not to train as hard, not to make the same sacrifice. These guys come up here depleted. And as a sidebar, bodybuilders do the same thing. When you see them on that stage and they're smiling and flexing, what you don't know is they're at their weakest point. They probably can't even go backstage and bench press 135 pounds. They're dehydrated, and they're very weak. Some of those guys go backstage and pass out. But the person that doesn't make the sacrifice, they retain a lot of water weight, they're not as vascular, and they lose. So you have to make a decision. So weight is important. So leading up to this fight, without getting to all the rigmarole, from round 2, to me, Eubanks seemed tired. Now, y'all take that and do with it what you want. He seemed a little tired. He was a little sluggish. And Ben was outboxing him on the inside, you know. He was coming in with a laser jab, and Eubanks just looked out of sorts. I was wondering, was he sticking around? I was wondering, was he playing it safe to like smash the gas on Conor in the championship rounds? Because in the first fight, Conor was just all instinct, man. He was just throwing punches, but there was no steam on him. So I was wondering, was the part of the strategy was to do the same thing, take him into deep water, maybe round 9 through 12, and see what can happen. But I began to understand that was just Eubanks. I don't know what was going on with him. I don't think he didn't look out of shape, but you know, he just looked sluggish. And it's possible that a portion of him was left in the ring in the first fight. That's a possibility. I'm not sure. Last round 12, Ben throws a crushing right hand, and it hurts him. Hurts Eubanks, and he stumbles back. His arms go flailing in the air. I'm like, uh-oh, and he fell right on his behind. He got up, and Ben was on him. He was on him. He was trying to take him out, and it was an educated attack. He wasn't just throwing, caution to the wind, because that's how you get caught. And he dropped him again. This is all in round 12. And I said, well, this is all they were. But you know what? Conor, there couldn't have been a knockdown in that fight. I had Conor way ahead. Man. He won the fight. And they made up. They shook hands. They made up. They said that this is the end of Conor said it's the end of the rivalry. Who knows? Maybe 3 years from now they'll meet again. Who knows? But salute to both men. They got out safe. I didn't hear, because I've been doing a lot of running around. I didn't hear what Eubanks. I didn't hear the post fight. I gotta say this for the sake of it being said. I hope Conor doesn't pop dirty or nothing like that. I don't want to see that. Can I have a freaking clean sport? More on that during the week. You already know. Joseph Parker. You already know what I'm going to do. But it was Conor Ben's night. Salute to him. Looks like he paid the price. He came in there healthy. And that's it, man. I mean, just cut and dry. We know what we saw. If y'all saw something different, if I'm off on something, you're free to let me know. It's all good, man. But, let me know what you think. Bronx on deck.
Move!